Estou aqui? Eu acho que eu estou aqui, hein? Não sei, mas eu acho que sim. Cadê eu? Where? Ah, tá. Ok. Consegui me ouvir, então estou online. A transmissão está funcionando bem. É tão animador começar a fazer live numa plataforma nova. E aí, pessoal, como é que vocês estão? Tudo bom? Eu estou bem. Estou bem, eu estou animada. Quero só ver como é que vai ser fazer live aqui no YouTube. Tudo bem que eu fiz a live de teste, né? Então, tem isso. E é isso. Espero que dê tudo certo. Deixa eu só esperar o bot falar no Discord pra eu ter certeza de que tá tudo encaminhado. Mas eu acho que tá sim, porque da última vez ele fez isso. Então, acho que vai dar bom, né? Acho que sim. Pá. Parabara, pá, pá, parabá. Parabara, pá, para, 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 pá, pá, para, pá, para, pá, para, pá, para, para, pá, pá, pá. Para, pá, para, pá. Para, pá, para, pá. Deixa eu ver se tá tudo certinho por aqui. Para, para, pá, pá, para, pá. Para, pá, para, pá, pá. Para. Sou feliz, por isso estou aqui. Também quero viajar nesse balão. Uma coisa que eu aprendi com a live de teste é que eu pus na latência ultra baixa. Então, as respostas de vocês virão mais suavemente, acredito eu. Vamos torcer, né? Tá, o negócio do Discord tá atrasando um pouquinho, mas eu acho que isso é normal. Obrigada, String Elements. Bom saber que seu bot está running. Tá bom. Então, vamos começar. A gente parou no Dirk contando pro Jake no passado sobre como ele é do futuro. E no futuro a raça humana meio que está sendo extinta aos poucos com o passar dos anos, mas teve uma época em que os presidentes eram palhaços, por assim dizer. Então é aí que eu parei. Se não me engano, a gente tá no ato 3 do ato 6, um negócio assim. Então vamos ver. As I mentioned, Crocker Corp's rebranding on 3/11, as it was often referred to in the news, totally changed everything. It marked the beginning of a completely shameless downward spiral of Western civilization through a series of events that were probably hard to notice at the time, but quite glaring, even evaluated historically. Though the Baroness made very few substantive gestures of aggression, the global fear of her looming threat would trigger all the changes she needed. Governments prepared for war, as if to defend against the invading alien armies she undoubtedly commanded. But of course, she had no army. She was always the only of her kind. Instead, the world powers were only setting about to build her armies for her. The media deteriorated into this preposterous circus that was in all practical ways inseparable from the power base and government institutions. Popular entertainers became dangerous demagogues, and their roles in the media blurred with those of executive authority. And the most dangerous were the ones who fed into the fear and hysteria most effectively. These tended to be plants, unscrupulous shells paid by the Baroness to move her agenda forward. Dang, I would like to think I will not be suckered by their silvery tongues whenever they come along. Well, the thing is, most of them are already on the scene in your time. Who? Ever hear of Guy Fieri? No, I don't think so. Meu Deus, Jake. Você precisa de cultura, você não sabe quem é o Guy Fieri, cara. Pausando aqui a leitura para eu poder colocar essa live no coisa, porque acho que a Lorita não vai falar, porque eu programei. Deixa eu só notificar o pessoal que pede para ser notificado e tamo junto. Olha, ele mostra que eu estou online quando eu tô no YouTube também. Que bonitinho. Mas o bot não pega porque ele tá só na da Twitch. Depois eu vou ter que mudar isso. Mas tá tranquilo, tá favorável. I don't think so. You are fortunate then. He was an especially degenerate piece of filth. He used his connections and guile to wriggle into the spotlight, and then onto other positions of power. He somehow landed on the US Supreme Court. Over the years, other justices started mysteriously disappearing without being replaced. After helping rewrite the Constitution to form an incomprehensible patchwork of fascism, theocratic mandates, recipes, and bad rap lyrics, he weaseled his way up the ranks to become the High Chaplain of Interstellar War. I'm just gonna cut off to the chase, cause really this ain't a big history lesson here. He eventually came to be regarded as the third and final Antichrist. No other human in history was responsible for more death and suffering. Carai. Olha lá. Os palhaços. É deles que eu tô falando. Esses coisa ruim. That boorish cur. Yes, that's exactly the phrase I would use to describe someone responsible for the extermination of 5 billion people. It was just so uncivilized of him. How could such an atrocity be allowed to happen? Was his personal magnetism really that overwhelming? Maybe overwhelming in the wrong direction, yeah. But it didn't happen overnight. It was a gradual decline in the integrity of the system that allowed it. Eventually, the wheels came off and the political scene mirrored the absurdity of the media circus. By the time Presidents Jay and Dope were elected, Western civilization had officially fucked itself over forever, and I think everyone knew it. Oh no, when does that happen? 2024! The last free election the world would ever see. So, like, they were on the ticket together as president and vice president? No, man, they were both president. They were the first dual presidents of the United States of America. Also the last. They were also the first and last gigolo presidents. The founding fathers warned us about this, but nobody listened. They did? Warned us about what exactly? The mirthful executives. George Washington had prophetic nightmares about them. He tried to warn people and get language amended to the Constitution to prevent it. Eu queria saber onde é que tá isso no Hamilton. Like forbidding the election of what he famously described as a pair of salty bards or unruly jesters given to the sweet drink. But everyone just thought he talked too hard on the colonial cannabis or whatever. I'm not sure I follow. These are like clown presidents or such? Yes, they were a shitty rap duo from your time. But they ran a hell of a campaign. By then, the Juggalo party had gotten huge. While the numerous other candidates split the moderate vote, they retained a very energized and devoted base. You could say their party had a big tent. Dirk, I really dislike the future you are describing. Hey, me too. And I live in it. They were swept into office on a wave of Fago, and the presidential inauguration was the biggest gathering of the gigolos of all time. They all hosed each other down on the White House lawn with shitty soda. The DC in the Capitol thereafter officially stood for Dark Carnival. Of course, their campaign was helped considerably by having support from the Burners. In retrospect, people developed the impression that it was all a part of her sixth sense of humor. There was this sense that she just loved the idea of delegating the extreme subjugation of the world's population to a pair of demented clown rappers. Some have speculated this was just another way she was attempting to resurrect her previous model of governance, though this seems kinda far-fetched to me. Who the fuck ever heard of an alien gigolo? To me, this is about as stupid as the crackpot theories get. Ele não conhece o Genzi, lembrando. Oh no. Strife! It's time to strive for your life. What? I still don't really know what a juggalo is. Do they juggle? Don't worry about it. People were less prepared for a double juggalo presidency than they ever imagined. I'm not even going to get into all the horrifying details. Trust me, you just start to feel dirty reading about it. From the moment Fieri held up the Bible to swear them in, and the three of them proceeded to publicly defecate on it while freestyling rap lyrics, that was it. Everyone in the world watching it on TV just said, well, show's over, civilization was pretty cool while it lasted. Fala, Vimones, eu estou sussa, e você? Está sussa? Tudo bom? Seja bem-vindo à live. Como vais? The next several grueling terms of their presidency was a weird combination of authoritarian practices. The Burners used it as a puppet regime, while still basically giving them carte blanche to carry out their idiotic whims. Fago was pumped through the plumbing instead of tap water. Tudo tranquilo? Cara, então, tô fazendo as lives de HOMESTUCK aqui. E as lives de game eu acho que eu ainda vou deixar pra lá. Algumas lives eu vou deixar pra lá, mas as de HOMESTUCK eu vou fazer aqui sim. Pra cortar caminho. The new national pastime was having type 2 diabetes, and the national anthem was replaced by a 3-minute high reverb audio clip of President J farting into a microphone while laughing. Chaplain Fieri was authorized to set up the death camps, in which anyone on the planet could be imprisoned if they were not deemed sufficiently mirthful. And so the cleansing began, priming humanity for its new ruler waiting in the wings. This was when our ancestors had enough. The resistance movement had failed, but they could at least bring the war criminals to justice. Exatamente, Vimon. É isso mesmo. É isso mesmo mesmo. My bro finally caught up with the presidents and challenged them to a duel. They accepted. having for years regarded him as a cocky rival rapper who failed to show them proper respect. In their arrogance, they invited him into the full belly of the carnival, believing they could teach him once and for all what it truly meant to be down with the clown. For centuries thereafter, survivors of the Holocaust, meu Deus, que nome terrível, would cite the rooftop showdown as one of the most heroic moments in human history. Cajadada é uma palavra engraçada, né? Ah lá, o bro cortou os palhaços. Ficou até sem mão aqui, ó. He killed them both. Yo! Dave Strider, fodão. Unfortunately, as they were only figureheads, no liberation followed. There would be no parades in the streets, or statues cast, or medals awarded. The few witnesses would report seeing only a man with a sword on a shitty skateboard, gently rising into the night sky. No one ever saw him again. Paulada. Caralho. Aí, tá na hora do strife da Rose. Meanwhile, Roxy's mom, Rose, was tracking down the height plane. A Rose lutou com o fodendo Guy Fieri. Meu Deus. His crimes had already been committed. She couldn't repay them by any stretch of the imagination, but she could wipe the blood-stained grin off that fat bastard's face. Imagina se o Guy Fieri lê Homestuck, cara. O que ele vai pensar? She gouged his eyes with a pair of needles. Ai. And rode his torso to the bottom of the bloody falls. Reports of what happened to our ancestors after that are sketchy. There were no eyewitness accounts I've found, but some believe they regrouped and confronted the Countess herself. With all her high-ranking officers dead, and the human population decimated and sufficiently groomed for her arrival, there was no reason to stay behind the scenes anymore. After those dreadful years of putting up with a more vulgar brand of authoritarianism, when she finally stepped forward to claim her throne, it actually came off as somewhat dignified. Elegant, in a way. Eleganto. She was no less severe, but at least she knew how to act like an empress. Bam, 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 bam. Essa puta causou todo o caos. Ó, tá usando os poderes do antepassado do Solux. Pegou a fodendo Estátua da Liberdade, manipulou aqui luzes de alguém aqui e manipulou o gato God. Então já era. But even if they did manage to confront her, there was no way they could win. She had too many crazy alien powers. Her boss supposedly had jacked her power level through the roof. I even heard, and don't quote me on this, that she may have been over 9,000. Oh no, she's over 9,000. Heavens to Betsy. That figure is just absurd. Yeah. And that's not even to speak of the generic smorgasbord of other powers she was rumored to have. It gets hard to separate the fact from the urban myth. But for reference, if you want to believe it all, just picture all the X-Men combined into one sexy fish woman in a skin-tight suit. Whoa, mama. Jake, isso não é hora, Jake. Fala, pai! Tudo bom? Como vai? Noite, noite. Noite feliz. Olha lá, matou a Rose e matou o Dave. Coitados. Os únicos que estavam lá contra a tirania opressora da baronesa. Comigo está tudo bem, só tô com frio, mas tirando isso tô bem. Whatever actually went down, they're surely both dead now. I guess it had to happen like that, though. Finalmente tá com um tempinho livre, assim que é bom. Amanhã tem feriado, não sei se você vai folgar, mas tipo, vai ser legal. There's no way the Candace would allow us to be born within even a century of our genetic forebears. The thought of that was completely disgusting to her. But I really would have liked to be able to meet them. I guess some things would just be too awesome to ever stand a chance of happening. Yeah, I know the feeling. Wait, what? Dirk, didn't you tell me at some point that you did find evidence the witch killed them? As of now? No. Ah, você vai folgar na sexta? É, tem algumas pessoas que vão fazer isso. Meu cunhado vai fazer isso. É inteligente. Are you sure? I swear I remember you saying something about that. How could I have said anything like that before today? This was obviously the first time I mentioned any of this. Ah, então ele não tá numa memória, ele tá num sonho de bolha. Oh, I'm just having the nuttiest deja vu thing going on now. I feel weird. I guess I am mistaken. Never mind. Serve, serve. Que daí folga na sexta, no sábado, domingo. É mais legal, né? Ok. I will disregard your anomalous observation for now and continue conversing as if it never happened. Fala, rica, gato, seto, como vai tu? Tudo bom? Acho que uma das coisas ruins de fazer no YouTube é que ele ainda não tem suporte pra mandar sonzinho por comando de chat, pra mandar aquelas paradas que tem na Twitch de tipo abraço e hidratação. Então vocês vão ter que falar na marra comigo, tá, gente? Eu procurei e não achei jeito de fazer isso bonitinho que nem na Twitch, só que pelo YouTube. Não consegui achar. Talvez eu acho que eles não têm suporte pra isso. É triste. Troste. Right. Good plan. Tudo bom, Rica? Então, pelo Stream Elements não aparece. Não tem lojinha de som que nem na Twitch, sabe? Tem Stream Elements pra YouTube, mas a opção de lojinha de som só não existe. Right, good plan. Anywho, that's a heck of a tragic and thrilling tale, Dirk. I'm still totally cock-eyed and catwampus about it all. I don't even know what to think. But you believe me, right? Os emojis aqui são tudo podre. Tem isso, né? Não tem nem como eu colocar emoji personalizado. Isso eu não vi. Ai, cara, triste. Mas uma coisa que deu pra fazer é fazer esse chat personalizado do Windows antigo pra ele casar com um negocinho de ler Homestuck. Isso eu achei que ficou style. Wow. Why shouldn't I? You are my friend and I trust you. I still just think it's impressive is all. Even after all this time, you are pretty much a one-of-a-kind dude. Not really. I just like believing stuff and believing in people. Wait, what do you mean? About what? When you said after all this time, you just told me now. Yeah, hang on. Ugh, the deja vu shit is happening again. Okay, I am sure we've had this conversation before. So many things are familiar. I remember you saying the one-of-a-kind dude thing, and I remember saying the word catawampus, and all of it. What's going on? Took you long enough to figure it out. Pages really are a slow-burning class. Damn! Figure what out? You're asleep. Oh, that's right. I fell off the platform thing, and I guess I got knocked out? Yep. So I'm dreaming. Kinda. It's a dream bubble. What's that? Você não pega o costume aqui? A place in the infinite abyss where sleeping people can share dreams with each other while revisiting memories. Also, where they can meet dead people. So we are sharing a dream together? How gay. No. And you're currently asleep too? Currently in the future? No. Even if I was, I wouldn't visit the dream bubble. That only happens when your dream self is dead, like yours is. Mine is not. I guess I understand. So what's the deal then? Wait, you said this is where they meet dead people too. Shit! Dirk, are you dead? Are you a ghost? No, dude, chill. I'm fine. Then what the fuck is going on? Who am I talking to? Well, who are the people you talk to when you have a regular dream? What? Like just a boring normal dream and there's a person you're talking to? Who's that? I don't know. It's nobody. Just a projection of your own mind. Dream bubbles don't always need to be shared by dreamers or dead people. You can go to sleep and wake up in one alone, reliving an old memory. Kind of like a normal dream. Until you'll remember, it's just a memory, which is where we are now. É estranho ver as fotos do pessoal em vez de só o nome colorido. Fala, Adrian, tudo bom? Como vai tu? É, mostrar o avatar acho que é legal. É bom pra... Assim, ao mesmo tempo que eu acho feio a gente não poder usar as cores que a gente quer no chat, pelo menos mostra o avatar. Então, pra eu ler as mensagens de vocês e não confundir quem é que tá falando, é bom. Eu tô bem, e você? Okay, so I'm having like a lucid dreamy thing in a magic bubble, and you are just a figment of my imagination. Yes, basically. So I'm talking to myself. That's kind of stupid. Well, yeah, but not quite. You could view me as a projection of the real Dirk within your mind, as expressed through all of your thought patterns about him. So I'm kind of a splinter of his corporeal self who happens to live in your awareness. Ai, tudo que a gente precisava, mais um Dirk na face da Terra. I'm a startlingly close approximation to the real thing, for all intents and purposes. Just how startlingly close are we talking? I'm not going to give you a bogus percentage like the glasses, cause that's not my shtick. But pretty damn close. Okay, that's fair. But, man, there's something that feels kind of weird about this. You being in my head, it's a little messed up. What's messed up about it? You were the one who put me here, with your intimate understanding of all his mannerisms and predilections. And a splintered existence is pretty much how he rose. This is how shit is, bro. Okay, I'm sorry for saying it's messed up, but it's still a bit frustrating. I've been trying to talk to you all day, but all I get is your pesky responder bedeviling me at every turn. And your frigging robot punching me across the ocean, and then throwing a weird tantrum and ripping his nuclear heart out in front of me. And if that weren't enough, I tumbled off the doohickey, I don't know, and knocked myself out, and now I'm strolling down the memory lane with your fake brain ghost. It's like you are surrounding me from all sides with imitations of yourself, but never the real you. Cheese and fucking crackers, when do I just get to talk to the actual Dirk? Jake, what do you even know about someone's actual self? What makes it actual? What is actuality? What a harsh, shitty question. I don't know anything about actuality, I guess, but I know some philosophical harsh shit when I that blasted hear it. I'm just saying, this isn't really your field of expertise. Dirk is the heart guy. He's the one walking the path of self, even when he doesn't know it, like right now. But what does that mean? And how can you really be made of only my thoughts when I don't even know what you're talking about sometimes? Or when I didn't know some of the things you're telling me, like about being a dream bubble. How can I tell myself about that stuff through Brain Ghost Dirk? Who says you don't know those things on some level? I don't think I do. I have no business knowing those things. Pages have a lot of untapped potential. That's practically all there is to the class, actually. But when they eventually find it, look out. And the ones who do in hope? Shit, man. I'm scared of you already, and I'm not even real. Basicamente, o Jake, ele é um page de hope. Page of Hope. Ele é um escudeiro da esperança, ou algo do gênero. E a classe de Page, ela é puro potencial. Ela é a que, acho que posso dizer que ela é a que mais demora pra acordar pra vida. Mas quando ela acorda, puta que pariu, é a mais poderosa também. E ele é do aspecto de hope, de esperança. Ou seja, ele pode fazer coisas que não existem, existirem. Pelo simples fato de que ele acredita muito naquilo. Então, o poder dele é o mais apelão. Só que ele ainda não acordou isso. Mas quando ele acordar, meus amigos... Are you sure you aren't real? No offense, but I kind of get the same smart-ass vibe from you as I do from the responder. Like, har, I have the same basic personality as Dirk, but without any accountability or anything, so let me just be kind of flippant and mess with this Jake fella's head. You know what I'm saying? Yes, that's a surprisingly decent observation about me. Yeah, see, I think I maybe did a little too good of a job brain cloning you. This is way too much like talking to the real fake Dirk. Holy cow, what a dumb sentence that was. You did do a good job. A perfect job, in fact. Untapped potential. Potential, remember? Eu não consigo falar a palavra potential. Impressionante. Não de primeira. I don't think one of Dirk's splinters could exist nearly as well in anyone's mind other than yours. Ah, obrigada pelo abraço, Rica. Well, that's just spiffy for me, but I'm starting to feel somewhat like I'm being haunted by you now. I just want to talk to my real buddy, and by real, I just mean the original guy. What do you even want to say to him? Oh, I don't know. It's not like you can keep any secrets from me here. I pretty much am your brain. Oh, no, don't say that. It's so weird. You do realize he's coming for you. Dirk, the real world. The man has his designs. Yeah, I know. Wanna talk about it? With you? No, that's like talking to him about it, which is like really jumping the gun, I think. What better chance is there to try talking about it than with a stunt double for your hyper-aggressive suitor within the safety and privacy of your own mind? But I can't yet. I just can't. Windows 95, né? Eu também gostei. Eu gostei de como casou bem com a tela do HOMESTUCK. Foi de propósito. Ou melhor, de propósito. There are some feelings I'm not sure how to put into words yet. And doing it in front of you, whether you're stunt double or brain puppet or whatever, it just makes me feel uncomfortable. So, there are feelings you don't want to try to put into words, even while you are dwelling entirely within the realm of your own mind. Chega rápido pra você, só ali que dá delay. Sim, ali dá um pouquinho de delay. O String Elements dá um pouquinho de delay no YouTube. É estranho mesmo. É o que eu tinha dito no comecinho da live de hoje. Aquela live de teste, ela serviu pra eu aprender umas coisas legais, né? O negócio da baixa latência. Na live de hoje eu coloquei a latência ultra baixa. Pra o tempo de resposta, né? De eu receber o comentário de vocês. E o comentário de vocês ser sobre o que eu tô falando mais ao vivo possível. Pra não ter aquela demora daquela live. Que, nossa, naquela live tava uma demora de uns 20 segundos, né? Tava horrível. Aquela latência tava normal. Aí nessa daqui eu coloquei ultra baixa. Pra ficar o mais ao vivo possível. Eu acho que hoje tá. Aqui tá sendo mais rápido? Sim, você acabou de enviar a mensagem, eu já li. Aí ali vai demorar um pouquinho pra aparecer, quer ver? Acho que leva uns 5 segundos pra aparecer ali. É, eu acho que sim. Yes. What is so hard to understand about that? What about the spider ghost? Huh? The girl you saw. When you got fucking clobbered by Dirk's robot and you passed out, you dreamed about the spider ghost alien girl. Oh yeah, what about her? You like her? Man, what? That's dumb. I saw her for 3 seconds and she waved at me and I woke up. Yeah? And it took all of 3 seconds for you to fall in love with the cute spider ghost. Why do you keep calling her a ghost? Because she's been dead for a zillion years, dude. Oh, well, holy shit. That won't change the fact that you like her. Let's not pretend it will. You're going to make things complicated for yourself. No, I won't. Yeah, you will. You're too fucking wishy-washy. Between Dirk, Spider Ghost, Jane. Man, poor Jane. What? What about Jane? You tell me. What was even the deal with that? Our last chat ended on very pleasant and amicable terms. She was upbeat and chipper as ever. I failed to see what reason one might have to feel sorry for her. Yeah, you totally read her like a book. Really handled that conversation like a champ. Wait, didn't I? Look out, bitches, it's Jake Casanova Lateslayer English. He's packing heat, and is frequently able to parse the literal meaning of things women say. What you're getting at? We're running out of time. She'll be here soon. Jane? No, doofus. Spider Ghost. Whoa. Whoa, okay. Where? Wait, she is? Oh, fuck. Look at you. I'm telling you. 3 damn seconds of ogling an alien in a blue dress, and you're completely hopeless. Stop fidgeting around like that. Your hair looks fine. Do you want me to tell you how your breath smells? Screw you. I am cool as such a cucumber. Meu Deus do céu, Jake. O que leva você a dizer uma coisa dessa? Okay, then. Why does my breath not smell okay? Why does my breath not smell okay? You're dreaming, Jake. Your breath is only a thing if your brain wants it to be. Oh, okay. Woo. When is she coming? Why is she visiting my dreams? Soon. She's been waiting for the right time to enter. Waiting for you to snap out of the memory. Clearly, the girl has the patience of a saint. Alright. Nang, it's warm in this dream bubble. How can I be sweating in a dream? Where do I keep the dream towels? Oh no. No one's towels. Will you calm the fuck down? I'm a figment of your imagination and you're still making me nervous. But really, who is she? What's her deal, and what does she want from me? Since all this so-called untapped potential in my subconscious, taking the form of yet another sassy dirt clone, seems to know everything, would it be okay if I troubled my own brain for a few flipping answers? You should try to be more polite to me. Seeing as I am a representation of your entire mind, I have complete control over all of your basic functions. I could trigger a particularly spirited bowel movement right before she gets here, so watch your step. Oh, no, I'm sorry, don't! Just kidding, dude, Jesus. I would never make you shit your pants in front of a girl you liked, even if she does happen to be my chief competition. We Dirk Splinters can be pretty Machiavellian, but we do actually have some fucking standards. Okay, thank you for promising to keep my trousers tidy. Anyway, she's visiting now to bring you into the loop on some things. Important details you should know about your relation to the bigger picture. The much, much bigger picture. I still don't understand how you know, or excuse me, my brain knows this stuff. Because I'm a page? How does that make sense? And also, if you know the things she will say, why don't you just tell me the things? Intuition and the subconscious mind are powerful things when harnessed the right way. As for why I don't tell you, why not just let her tell you? You're the one with a damn crush on her. He has a point. Okay, dude, she's here, shush. I know. Oh man, what the fuck are you looking at me for? Say something to her, jackass. Okay, I will. You're distracting me though. Can you scoot over a bit? Oh my god, fine. Hi there, welcome. Don't mind him, he's just a brain clone of my best friend. I know that sounds crazy. Bro, she can't even see or hear me. You're making a fool of yourself. Wait, she can't? Why didn't you tell me that? You are really throwing me off here. I don't know. I guess I didn't think you were going to have an erotic meltdown at the sight of a girl. I thought you were supposed to know stuff like that, seeing as you are literally my brain. God damn it, will you just chillax and woo this fucking ghost, babe? How can I chillax when you keep talking to me? It's really disconcerting. You are totally embarrassing yourself, dude. You are talking to nobody. Man, I'm starting to feel bad for Spider Ghost. Look at her. She's getting uncomfortable. Shh, just shut up. I can't think. You're being so lame. I don't care if I'm a figment of your imagination or not. I can't take this bullshit. Either you get your shit together and put the moves on this dead space vixen, or I start fucking with your cortex and make you pop a dream boner. Oh god, no, don't you dare! You don't think I'll do it? No, please do not give me a boner, Dirk. Sorry, Jake, the plan's in motion. Next up, Boner City. So that was the plan all along? To give me a boner? And you got one. You motherfucker! Oh, gee, a false alarm, I see. Very funny, cool guy. I think you are full of shit. You're bluffing. You don't even have the power to give me a phantasmal erection. Jake, please. Members of the Juggalo party aren't the only ones who can pitch a big tent. Then go ahead, make my fucking day. I'm ready for you. You think I'm afraid? I will take your boner magic like a man. I'm not ashamed. I will stand tall and proud at full mast in front of this pretty alien. Do your worst, you bastard. This is so stupid. You're out of your mind. And this is coming from your mind itself. I can't even watch this. I'm out of here. Well, good riddance to ironic hipster douche word rubbish is what I have to say about that. I wonder what Jack's up to right now. What? I mean, what? Who's Jack? Just talk to the girl, okay? You have some damage control to do. Jack, start jailbreak adventure. Oh, I see what you did there. You broke the fourth wall. You wake up locked in a deserted jail cell, completely alone. There's nothing at all in your cell, useful or otherwise. Attempt to pry open window. There are no objects around with which to pry open window. Look at that. This frame is precisely identical to the previous frame. You advanced nothing whatsoever with that dumb idea. Do you realize this adventure is nearing 5,000 panels? And now we have to watch you flounder around in a jail cell for God knows how long? Exactly how many panels do you want this to go on for? Over 9,000? Nobody wants that. Nobody even wants to hear the phrase over 9,000. You need to begin making better decisions if you want to escape. Get key. What did you not understand about the statement, there is nothing at all in your cell, useful or otherwise? There's no key. It is an extremely crude drawing of a key on the floor. Really, the drawing is so bad. It's ridiculous to think that some prankster thought it would fool you, which it did. Whoever drew this key clearly was employing the most primitive drawing tools available. You are obviously being fucked with in this stupid jail cell. You expect that you will continue to be fucked with, and it makes you wish you could stab something. Get pumpkin. What fucking pumpkin? There is no pumpkin. Once again, there's nothing at all in your cell, useful or oh god damn it. Okay, a pumpkin appears. You guess it must be feeding time for the prisoners. These prohibition jails are like luxury suits compared to the penal system on doors. Should be the softest time you've ever did. Consume pumpkin. Ih, será que ele come pumpkin? I don't say. What's a horrible idea? You don't eat fresh produce. The thought is revolting to you. What do you think these sharp teeth are for? Or what's left of them, at least. Ah, ele perdeu dente. You'll have to make a note to file a protest with your lawyer. Complain of cruel and unusual treatment. Their coddling criminal justice systems will undoubtedly see to it you are given some proper meat to consume. Opa, obrigada. Vou beber água. Agradecida pela preocupação. Perhaps a prime cut of filet mignon, as if you are a guest of honor. What a bunch of powder puffs, with all their namby-pamby morals and compassion. This kingdom makes you sick. Look out window. Hehe. You step up on the little curvy thing to get a better look outside. Né? Can't make a plan without getting your bearings. Oh no, onde é que eu já vi isso? Essa exata cena. Problems loose. A lone sentry is on duty below. You shout a few obscenities his way. You wonder aloud what a guy has to do to get a decent meal around here. Hey, you're talking to that guy. It's no use though, he ignores you. Just look at that stoic face. The unshakable discipline, the stalwart sense of duty and pride. This is what it means to be a member of the Prospition Royal Guard. What a load of shit, you grumble to yourself, but loud enough for him to hear. Inspect pumpkin. That guy won't be of any use. You doubt you could even manage to lure him into your pissing radius, magnificent though it is. You give the pitiful girl a little kick. A terrible thought occurs to you. What if you have no choice but to eat this awful thing? You can't let it come to that. You have to get out of here. Hold on, what's that? Take a closer look. Please, look inside. Eureka! Draw, you beautiful bastard. Looks like he snuck something inside the pumpkin to help you escape. Probably a bomb. You are going to have to remember to give him a promotion when you get out of here. Or at least, reduce his daily newspaper floggings. Need to think of it. Pois é, também não gosto de comer abóbora não, cara. Abóbora não é bem minha preferência não, véi. Acho um pouco demais. Aí eu sou fresquinha mesmo, viu? Eu tenho que admitir. Pra isso eu sou fresquinha. Need to think of a way to get the bomb out of there. Can't just smash it with your foot, or it might explode and take your leg off. Too bad they confiscated your knives, or you could slice the thing open neatly. Maybe even carve a funny face into it. You bet you're the first guy who ever thought of doing that. Uh-huh. Search for carving apparatus. Hang on. You remember seeing some pointy things just outside the window. Luckily, both kingdoms are totally covered in pointy things. Can't swing at that cat without impaling it on one. Take pointy thing. Caralho, é tão fácil assim? You snap off a golden pointy thing. Should be sharp enough to do the trick. Carve pumpkin. O QR Code dele. Cara, pior que eu como chuchu sim. Eu cometo esse canibalismo de vez em quando. Não sinto gosto de nada, mas eu como. Barabarabara. Yep. Peraí, gente, tô vendo coisas aqui. Sou muito fã também, não? É, tipo, eu como. Eu não sou fresca com chuchu, sou fresca com abóbora. Doce de abóbora também não gosto. It slices through the meat of the vegetable like a sharp spear through thick squash. Eu não gosto de goiabada, mas eu adoro goiaba. This is working so well. Who the hell needs a trusty knife when you are this resourceful? Screw knives. You take it back. You can't stay mad at knives. Open it. Ah, pois é. Não sei como é que meus pais gostam de doce de abóbora, cara. Eu acho nojento. You can taste your liberation already. You can't wait to hear the sweet ticking of the bomb that is definitely in there. That will be the sound of freedom, you decide. You pull off the lid to reveal a whole bunch of knives. Ok, then. É isso que chamamos de karma cósmico. God damn it, Droll. You're welcome. A carinha dele dando uma piscadela. Goiabada, tu perdeu o respeito. Ah, mas eu gosto de goiaba, só não gosto do produto que é feito com ela. So dumb. He's not the sharpest tool in the shed. He's not the sharpest tool in the shed. Although, now that you think about it, he might be by default, since he just sent you all the sharpest tools in the shed. He just sent you all the sharpest tools in the shed. Oh well, you can probably get some use out of these. You've never once been disappointed to receive a pumpkin full of knives. And you're not about to make an exception. Acabou de sair do banheiro? Como assim? Empty pumpkin on the floor. You take a quick inventory on the smuggled contraband. Hold on. Looks like he snuck something else in the pumpkin under all the knives. Something compromising. Ah, sim, tá, entendi o que você quis dizer agora. Examine compromising material. Terrier fancy. The Drew knows what it's like spending long, cold nights alone in the clink. A man needs a little reading material to keep him company, if you know what he means. If your skin wasn't made of polished jet black carapace, your cheeks would be turning bright red. No one can ever know about this. You must destroy the evidence, or disguise it somehow. Forge blade out of illicit literature. Meu Deus, isso virou total problem sleuth agora. None shall be the wiser. It is the perfect crime. When you bust out of prison, you should be locked right back up again because of how perfect this crime is. Throw a knife down there to get that guy's attention. Okay. Oh, fuck. That should get the guy's attention. He's dead now. Unfortunately, it only keeps his attention until he dies, which is almost instantly. You need to come up with a better plan. While you would argue that random stabbings are their own reward, they aren't getting you any closer to escape. Examine exit. That door is locked tight. You're going to need a key to open it. Preferably one that isn't horribly drawn on the floor to taunt you. Knock on door. Maybe if you knock hard enough, in just the right way, at just the right time. Wait, no, not yet. Wait for it. Wait. Wait, motherfucker. We challenge you to a rock. Whoop. Your clumsy fist accidentally flies through the bars, knocking out a passerby. Keys from his keyring jangle on the floor. Oh no. It's quite possible one of those keys will unlock your door. Mas não tem lugar pra pôr aqui. But they are all well out of reach now. What next, genius? Use knife to snag one of the keys on the floor. Oh, fuck me. No, please don't. You see if a knife can adequately lengthen your reach. But it's no use. They're still just outside of your modest lashing radius. Oh no. No dice. Need a different approach. Wait a minute. Another guard notices your unauthorized tomfoolery and radios for backup. Beckham, other guard over. He looks none too pleased by your misbehavior. This will surely result in reduced rations. You can expect to find a slightly smaller pumpkin in your cell come sky rise, mister. You keep beckoning him. Just a little closer. A little closer. Convince second guard to pick up keys for you. Oh, fuck me. No, please don't. You use a little persuasion to see if you can get in too. Jack, no! That is not how you convince someone to do something. You're supposed to save the stabbing until after you intimidate him into doing what you want. How exactly is a dead guy supposed to pick up some keys for you? Real smooth, Jack. What's the plan now? To bury the keys under a growing pile of torsos? This is turning out to be the second shittiest jailbreak attempt anyone has ever seen. Look around room. The only remaining thing in the room worth noting is in the other corner of your cell. Just a transport pad prisoners are supposed to use as a waste receptacle. These were decommissioned in Durst prisons a long time ago. Too many prisoners' suicides and severed heads showing up in the waste bins. None of those auto decapitations were authorized with the right paperwork, so privileges had to be suspended. You hear the door open and slam shut. Someone else is in your cell. Welcome, guest. Oh, well. Looks like the sentry phone downstairs for a little muscle. It's one of the regulator lugs they use to keep the gen pop in line. This guy has an itchy button wrist, and that look in his eyes, you know all too well. He's not leaving this room till one of you is good and bloody. Be the other guy. Oh fuck, no, he's dead. How can you be him? You attempt to be this guy down here, but you can't be this guy down here because he's dead. But it doesn't serve as a convenient cutaway for the vicious beating that is currently taking place in your cell. We don't need to be watching that kind of prison brutality. We take our sweet time looking at this dead body while terrible noises can be heard from your prison window. Okay, that should be long enough. You can stop in this guy now. Stop in that guy. Bang, 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 bang. Demitido acertou em você. You stop being the other guy in time for us to see that you have just finished quickly and cleanly subduing the... Jack? Jack, the man's dead. Stop that. Jack. Apologize to guard's body. You start to feel sorry for stabbing that guy with 7 knives in the back and bashing his face into the door 89 times. Well, maybe not all 89 times. For the first 88, you felt pretty good. But by the 89th face bashing, you were definitely starting to feel pretty sorry. É sopa de janta hoje, bom pra esse clima frio. Ai, queria muito. Ai, Vimon, agora você me deixou na vontade, hein? Eu comi um miojão, mas foi ontem. Nham, 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 nham. And by sorry, you guess you mean bored. Anyway, you mutter something under your breath that could easily sound like an apology to someone who wasn't listening very well. Give guy a proper funeral. Whatever the state of your contrition might be, there can be no question about it. A man dedicated to royal service deserves a proper and dignified funeral. However, since there is no casket in your cell that is nearly big enough for this lug's hefty torso, you'll have to improvise. Seek alternative casket. Pizza de bacon. Meu Deus. Pizza de bacon, imagina. Jesus. Amado. You sever the guard's head with your most trusted of all trusty knives and begin sizing up that hollowed pumpkin. It will definitely be snug, but you think you can make it fit. Make it fit. You don't care what anyone says. You say this pumpkin was made for this fucker's melon. Fits like a damn glove. Close it up. De lisa. Perfect. A textbook burial for a man of honor and distinction. The sacrifices made by our public servants don't get anywhere near the respect they deserve, you think? Cocôzinho guloso. Ah, pior que ali não aparece o emoji. Bring casket over to receptacle. Chururu, 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 chururu. Fala, Lorde Asmen. Turubão, como vai tu? His funeral will not be complete without a proper send-off. Nice. But a stinking garbage dump is no place for the head of a brave soldier to rest. No, you must first make some modifications to the device. Doing hard time behind bars will motivate a man to learn a trick or two when it comes to a system like this. Pry open panel with knife. You open it up and switch a few wires around. There. Now, instead of a nasty old pile of rotting pumpkin matter, the destination should be the throne room of the Prospition Palace. Cara, como é que ele fez isso com uma faca? Eu nunca vou entender. Surely the queen will want to be alerted to the noble sacrifice of these brave warriors so that arrangements can be made to honor the hero. Obrigada. Send him off. Eu tô lendo essa história desde o começo, tem uma playlist caso você queira acompanhar, tá aqui no YouTube mesmo. A gente tá no ato 3 do ato 6. Look inside. E daí ele trocou o símbolozinho, né? Porque daí é o símbolo dele. Spades. You hear the door open again, followed by the sound of surly footsteps. Could it be another glutton for a good face bashing has decided to visit your cell? Great visitor. Oh, fuck. Oh, you see. It appears there are quite a few sad gluttons this time. Settle down, gentlemen. There are more than enough face bashings to go around. Quick, be the other guy again. You be the other guy again while they beat you senseless. Be Jake. Voltamos pro Jake, ok. Suddenly, you aren't the other guy anymore. You couldn't quite be the other guy anyway since he's dead, even though deadness hasn't really stopped us from being guys before. Nevertheless, the dead guy starts being Jake, who is not a dead guy. Well, his dream self is dead, but his non-dream self isn't. And that's the guy we're being. A guy who is asleep. That non-dead sleeping guy is presently talking to a non-sleeping dead ancient spider ghost, who long ago earned the achievement badge Gift of Gab. And boy, does she know how to use it. Attempt to get a gap in edgeways. Okay. Well, Jake, don't you have anything to say? I think I've spent enough time introducing myself. I've hardly said a word. It would be nice to know whether my long story has confounded you in any particular way, or if you are just being shy. Yes? Jake, I understand this is very much to learn all at once, but do you really want me to keep speaking until I am blue in the face? Yep. You appear to be perspiring heavily. There's no reason to be so nervous, especially considering you are only dreaming. Shit, sorry. I don't know where I put the dream towels. It's okay. Well, at the risk of talking about myself a little more, I feel it would be dishonest not to confess. What? I am a fairly gifted psychic. Whoa, really? Yes. Like, you can see the future? Are they ghost powers or troll powers? Or, wait, shucks, that's a dumb sounding question. No, that was a fine question. They're troll powers. Sometimes those of my blood type will have them naturally. And no, they're not prognosticative abilities. They let me access another's mind in a way that can be terribly invasive if abused. Invasive? Yes, including the ability to control minds when exploited fully. Uh-oh. But don't worry. They don't seem to work the same way on your species. They are considerably weaker. The most I can do is get an empathic impression of your emotional state. So, if I speculate that you are shy or nervous, it is because I can sense that you are. Oh man, you're kidding. So much for trying to be cool, I guess. Although, I probably blew that when you saw me yelling at nobody about boners and stuff. I wouldn't say you blew it, but that was certainly odd. Who were you talking to, if you don't mind my asking? That was like the brain ghost memory splinter of my best friend Dirk, who is stuck in my head and you can't see. And he was kind of hassling me and trying to get me to talk to him about how his real self has a thing for me, but I kind of think it would be weird to talk to his brain imposter about that, at least for now. And then you showed up and you caught me at an awkward moment where he was threatening to make some bodily functions happen in front of you as a joke, which would have been embarrassing as all blasted heck. But now, it turns out you can read my mind too, so I'm surrounded by brain invaders. You seem cool, ARANEA, but where am I going to wake up? When am I going to wake up? I'm not a brain invader though. I said I can only sense your emotions. I think it's polite to let people know before long. Otherwise, I begin to feel a bit underhanded. Okay, I guess that's not too bad. I think I can keep my feelings buttoned up. That is what strong and adventurous gentlemen do, I think. They keep a stiff upper lip even on the inside. That way, they are never embarrassed and feel slightly more brave about stuff. But you don't have to. That was not the point of my telling you. I'm used to sensing many things from people. There aren't any feelings you could have that would be surprising to me or compromising to you. Fala, Henrique. Tudo bom? Sou eu. Eu estou lendo HOMESTUCK. É isto. Eu tava fazendo as lives pela Twitch, lendo HOMESTUCK. Eu fiz bastante live. Eu fiz mais de 30 lives lá na Twitch lendo HOMESTUCK. E outras lives jogando várias coisas, conversando, desenhando, enfim. Faço live na Twitch já faz uns anos já. Aí as lives aqui de HOMESTUCK, como eu já posto elas no YouTube, eu resolvi... Falei assim, bom, eu já vou fazer as lives no YouTube direto, porque daí já vai ficar lá mesmo, que eu já tava postando aqui mesmo, então, tipo, cortei caminho. Aí a partir de hoje tô começando a fazer lives aqui no YouTube, vai ser toda quarta-feira, 7 horas da noite. A princípio. Você fez um vídeo sobre Ikigai? Fiz, postei aqui também. Inclusive isso é um corte de uma live que foi feita lá no Twitch também. Aquele vídeo é interessante até. Tava lembrando dele esses dias. Coincidência. There aren't any feelings you could have that would be surprising to me or compromising to you. I really just want you to relax for the brief time we have in this bubble and talk to me. Gotcha. But what should I talk about first? Yeah. Well. Nossa, de onde eu tirei o first? But what should I talk about? Coincidência, acho pouco, né? Well, I have spent almost no time examining this iteration of your universe. The gods have given me very little access to it through the memories of others until now. I believe they are finally beginning to bridge the divides between long-estranged compartments of reality, allowing previously unintroduced parties to mingle. Those from different universes, both their initial iterations and their scratched reboots. Those from different spheres, ones of creative potential and of mortality. Olha, tô conseguindo falar potential agora. Through us all, they attempt to bring closure to unsanctioned loops and restore stability to the cosmos. Bebendo água. So, I am curious about you and your friends. What is your life like? My life? I wish I could say it was more interesting, but it's actually been mite lackluster. There are monsters, but I try to stay away from them to tell you the truth. It's mostly just me sitting around here watching movies and stuff and sometimes polishing firearms. Guns are sweet, so are movies. This is a terrible story. I understand. The same is mostly true for myself. I can sense that you are either very impressed or in some way intimidated by me. But when it comes down to the basics, a description of my life would be boring as well. Why don't you show me around? Show you around my room? Yes, okay. Well, there are some guns. Like I said, guns are great. There's a whole mess of movie posters on the wall. You probably never heard of any of them being a dead alien and such. Nope. And I don't know. There's a desk which I use to work on silly projects, and that's my bed, I guess. What else? Dude, just for your information, you've been kind of staring at her. What? Shh. What was that? Nothing. I'm not trying to fuck you up here, I promise. But you gotta watch what you're thinking, remember? Go away. Oh man, no. See, that thought you just had? That's exactly what I'm talking about. She's a fucking empath, bro. She can pick up on shit like that. Shh, not listening to you, Jake. Nothing, it's cool. You have got to be kidding. Did you seriously just think something that dirty? You must be doing this on purpose to spite me now. I mean, just wow, dude. That was X-rated as fuck. No, stop. See, you're talking about it and now I can't help it. You're psyching me into having dirty thoughts. Get fucking lost, you interloping brain douche. Don't worry, I'm gone. It's like a goddamn peep show in here, and I feel like a sleazy piece of shit watching this from a dark corner of your mind. A dark corner. You have a graphic imagination, English. I'm kind of impressed. Shut up, they're just thoughts. It's not even like I'm trying to have them. They don't mean anything. Should I leave and come back during another dream? No! Okay then. What's this? An illustrated story of some sort? Oh, hey, whoa. Let's not worry about that. It's nothing, really. Here, give me, okay? Give me that, okay? Why are you getting flustered about this literature? Is it pornographic? It does not strike me as indecent at a glance. Though maybe our cultures have different standards? What? No, it's not that at all. It's just... I don't know, it's just a nerdy comic I read. It's no big deal. There's got to be other stuff to talk about. Let's see. Jake, huh? You know, it's not the first time I've sensed that someone felt a flush attraction for me. A flush? What's it? Oh my flipping gosh. You really don't have to be so embarrassed. It's perfectly okay. Oh god, you sensed my stupid sexy thoughts. I knew it. God damn you, Bugger's brain strider. Someone needs to just kill me, or at least make me wake up. This is so humiliating. I don't even... Can you please just slap me really hard? If not in retribution for my urgent mentally train of thought, then at least to just get me to wake up and save me from my own ceaseless buffoonery. Actually, I do believe it would be within the scope of my abilities to get you to wake up. But do you really want me to do that? Maybe. Você não lembra da ARANEA? Ela apareceu já. E ela vai causar um estrago nessa história que, pelo amor de Deus. Parente da Vriska, né? Então você já sabe. If it is true that you think I am attractive, then why wouldn't you want to spend a little more time here with me? What's the harm? Are you really in such a hurry to leave and feel sorry for yourself for no explicable reason? Well, no. I already told you, Jake. I am used to sensing many different types of feelings. It's given me a different perspective on emotions than most have. For most, the feelings of others are often a mystery, so they're prone to speculation and paranoia about the motivations of people they meet. The emotions of others can seem like such well-guarded mysteries. People begin to believe that's how their own emotions should be treated as well. So when someone can read their thoughts easily, it feels like a violation. But to one accustomed to reading those thoughts, there isn't the same perception of violation of secrecy. It's more like examine other self-evident facts about a person, like taking note of their appearance. It's still hard for non-physics to understand this though, even if you explain it to them. It can lead to some awkward relationships, unfortunately. I imagine it would. So, you sensed it when other fellows have had the hots for you, huh? Fellows, yes. And ladies. It's happened. Yowza! You must have been popular, I guess. Oh, no. No, not really. Quantos anos para ler Homestuck? Olha, você estando muito motivado, você lê em pouco tempo. Eu tô lendo uma vez por semana, então tá demorando. Mas quando eu li da primeira vez, eu li acho que em menos de um mês. Eu passava madrugadas lendo a história. São um pouco mais de 8.000 páginas para você ler. Só que algumas dessas páginas, elas não têm texto, é só imagem. Algumas coisas são vídeos, outras coisas são jogos. É uma história bem multimídia. Quando tem os vídeos é legal. The fact that I've been the fleeting object of attraction to a handful really paints the wrong social picture, I'm afraid. That is hard to believe. Eu não teria paciência para ler tudo isso, não. É por isso que eu estou aqui, para ler junto com vocês. It's my experience that people very often underestimate their own likability. I sense that feeling all the time, probably because they're in the dark about others' thoughts. They are usually in doubt, so they frequently err on the side of pessimism. Eu lembro desse diálogo. Eu acho que eu tirei print desse diálogo quando eu li da primeira vez. Eu achei ele muito legal. Olha só. Na minha experiência, as pessoas com muita frequência, elas subestimam como é que fala? O quanto elas são gostáveis. Eu sinto esse sentimento o tempo todo, porque ela tem poderes psíquicos, então ela consegue sentir empatia, né? Ela consegue meio que pegar no ar o que as outras pessoas estão sentindo. Provavelmente porque elas não sabem o que os outros estão pensando. Elas não são psíquicas, né? Geralmente elas ficam com tanta dúvida que, frequentemente, elas vão pro lado do pessimismo. É o que acontece com a gente, né? A gente acha que ninguém gosta da gente, e toda vez que alguém faz um comentário sobre a gente sempre vai pro lado do pessimismo, porque a gente é muito inseguro sobre si mesmo. Sei lá, tô falando no plural, mas eu não sei se é o caso de todo mundo, né? In many cases, they would be surprised if they knew how many around them were open to friendship, or possibly something more. I would venture that if you had such a sense, you even might be surprised yourself. Aí ela conclui falando assim, tipo, em muitos casos, essas pessoas que vão pro pessimismo, que acham que ninguém gosta delas, elas ficariam surpresas de saber o quanto de gente que tem ao redor delas que, na verdade, tá aberta pra ser amigo dela. Ou, possivelmente, algo mais que amigo. Ha! That's a laugh. I'm quite sure my only suitor is my best bro, and even then, he is such a jumbled, stupid puzzle of unfathomable ironies. I'm not even sure about that half the time. I wish I had your powers. That would be top-notch. It'd be, I'd be parked on the corner of Relationship Lane and Easy Street. O Jake ele é tapado, né? Então se ele tivesse um pouquinho de poderes psíquicos, acho que ajudaria. I could kick back in my eligible bachelor's limousine and never fuck up or ever say anything awkward like I have been doing non-stop so far in this dream. Let's not get carried away. That certainly does not describe my experience. You would think being able to sense the occasional attraction from others would be advantageous and inspire confidence in yourself. And it is nice when that happens, sure. But then, you feel the negative emotions directed at you as well. And even if they are less common than the positive ones, you have a way of dwelling on them and magnifying them far beyond their real significance. It's funny how an ability that should give you all the advantages in the world over others can lead you to feel worse about yourself than if you never had them. You put all your energy into thinking about people with the bad feelings about you instead of the good, and you try your best to fix things. But usually, it just gets worse. People think you are overbearing and needy, and they don't understand what it is you want from them. I can see why it can drive some with my abilities to abuse the powers. Fortunately, I was able to resist the temptation. So there are people on your planet who do that? On the world I was from, it was rare. Only a few criminals and outcasts would. But in the second iteration I mentioned, it was commonplace. Like I said, things were very different. In my world, though, the higher castes have a lot of responsibilities. It wouldn't be right to abuse my powers. So you were in a higher caste because of the HOMESTUCK thing you mentioned? Oh, so you were listening to my lengthy preamble. I heard all of it. I was just, well, go on. Yes. Blue bloods like myself were higher than most. The job of each blood caste was to serve the needs of all those below it. We were to use our progressively greater longevity and wisdom to help the lower castes learn and grow, to listen to them and try to provide whatever they were missing, like a hierarchy of caretakers with increasing social responsibility. When the order functioned in harmony, our civilization would flourish. That is sure a neat-sounding science fiction utopia. Wait, science reality. But then it all went to shit because of that meddlesome demon? Yes. The demon you say I'm supposed to defeat? Yes. Hang on. Would that be the same demon I'm named after? Who told you that? I guess technically my own brain did. That's interesting. I wasn't planning on mentioning that. Or at least, not just yet. Why? There's no reason to prematurely overcomplicate an already complicated tale. All facts will fall into place in due time. Yeah, but it's true. It's true, right? More or less. Can you tell me anything more about this demon? All I know is he might be a skull monster. Wait, he's a skull monster, right? He's a skull monster, right? He most certainly is a skull monster. A very big and angry skull monster. Yes, okay, but I feel like I should know more about him if I'm supposed to kill him. I didn't say you were supposed to kill him. He cannot be killed. Long ago, he discovered the secret to indestructibility. Oh, Defeating a foe doesn't always involve killing. He has had many incarnations in many universes. If you continued on your journey for long enough, you may encounter one of them. And if you have become strong enough by then, you may be able to defeat him in combat. And if that comes to pass, it would be the first defeat he has ever known. You would be providing the first glimmer of hope to others that someday he could be destroyed. So, you're saying I could do all this? Or that I will? For now, I'm saying that we should get going soon, if you would like to meet the others before you wake up. Who? Is there anything else you wanted to show me before we go? I didn't mean to get us sidetracked like that. Nah, just some more boring junk. There are these fanciful branches, but I don't know where they came from. I suspect dream sorcery. They are from someone else's memory. Are they from a wizard's memory? No. Oh. Well, I guess I could show you around outside. There's a jungle out there full of tremendous beasts. Not anymore. Oh, agora é a casa da Therese, se não me engano. Essa árvore parece ser a árvore dela. Acho que a Arânia tava com a Therese antes de estar aqui, né? Eu tô doida? Peraí, deixa eu descansar o gogó um pouquinho e beber água. Para. Nice. Tá bem. Estou de volta aqui. Não, eu não comi ainda não. Eu vou comer daqui a pouco. Son of a bitch! More fancy branches. This way. This way. Opa, peraí. What is this realm of limitless wonder? Realm of limitless wonder? God damn it, Jake. Shh. It was my planet. It's great. Everything is so amazing. Who would have thunk you could have such crackerjack adventures in your dreams that are basically real instead of imaginary? Yep. Or for that matter, that you could meet such neat people along the way. Your thoughts are wandering again, man. Shh. Whoa, yeah, that gross mushy thought right there. Are you even paying attention? No, shh. We've already been through this, you hopeless rube. You might as well be saying it out loud to her. So why don't you? Maybe I will, wise guy. I mean, she's pretty hot. Yeah, I know. Now shush. Jake, it wouldn't work between us, huh? I'm dead. Yes, right. Perhaps if you die too. Although, maybe not after too long. I don't know how I would feel about that if you were a lot older than me. Man, what the fuck? Although, technically, I am already so much older than you. It would just be kind of strange if you were physically my senior by any significant margin, you know? This is a weird fucking train of thought. Can you tell her that? No. I'm going to make you have a seizure and get you to mime the message to her with your spastic gyrations. She's pretty hot. Pois é, né? Hormônios. Hormônios definem o que tá acontecendo aqui hoje. Pelvic thrusts will be my exclamation points. Screw you! You heard her. I totally have a shot. What? Go on. But I wouldn't want that to happen. What to happen? For you to die soon. I want you to succeed at your quest and to live a long and happy life. Man, I'm gonna come out and say it. This broad is total snore. Yeah, right, bro. Did you hear that? At least if I kick the bucket early, there will be, shall I say, a silver lining. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. It'll take the form of some spooky smooches from a smoking ghostly troll, babe, so shut your jealous trap. Wait. Oh dear. How loud was I talking just then? You were pretty much yelling. If I were real, I would be giving you a standing ovation right now. 5 of 5 hats. God, okay, just pretend to forget that maybe. Not a chance. Not you, her. Her? Who? Me? Why don't you just tell me where we are going? I've gathered a small group of travelers for a meeting. They are briefly passing through this bubble. I was hoping we could introduce ourselves to one another and help orient an old friend of mine to the afterlife. Okay. Who's your friend? Another troll? She was supposed to be the empress of all trolls, actually. Wow. So she died before she could be the empress, I guess? Not exactly. Since she probably never would have been regardless. She didn't want the job. Why not? Remember how I said each class had a duty to take care of the younger and more populous classes lower on the order? Well, hers was the highest of all. She was the only one on the planet with such royal blood, aside from the sitting empress. As the heiress, she was meant for a position of incredible responsibility. Once she claimed the throne, she would have to serve for many thousands of years until the next successor was ready. That's a hell of a long time. I guess she wasn't into that. She had some problems with authority. She despised the whole social order, really. I foolishly tried to convince her to honor her obligation, but she wouldn't listen. She viewed the empress as a glorified slave. So she abdicated and fled to the moon to hide. I was the only one who knew of her plans. The rest of the world searched but never found her. At the time, I was furious with her, but I didn't turn her in, which in retrospect was a key decision that led us here. It was a key decision that led us here. You mean it led to you being that? Yes, eventually. While she was there, she discovered an ancient device. Inside the device was a game, but she became obsessed with playing it, but needed our friends to agree to play first. She was not well liked by the others, though. Old grudges and rivalries made it hard to convince them. But she is very devious and knows how to trick people into doing what she wants. She even got me to agree by promising she'd return to her place as the heiress when we finished playing. Needless to say, we had no idea what we're getting ourselves into. She sounds like a handful. Yes, she's not all that bad though. Well, when you really get to know her, and when she's unarmed, which is pretty much never, now that I think about it. Okay, she probably is all that bad. But the point is, you have to know how to handle her. Regal types can be very touchy, even the ones who seem to revel in anarchy. But if you know all the right things to say and do, she will happily hand over the keys to the kingdom, so to speak. After all, royalty is royalty. Just let me do the talking for a while, okay? Did you hear that, Jake? ARANEA wants to do the talking. I think your dead girlfriend might be starting to come out of her shell. Okay, that was kind of funny. Report. The arch-agent cannot submit the paperwork for... Ah, meu Deus, eu mudei de assunto. Eba, mudei de assunto. Posso acabar a live? Perdão, mas é que minha voz tá falhando muito e eu preciso comer. Gente, muito obrigada aí pela companhia de todos vocês. Estarei aqui na próxima quarta-feira, se der tudo certo. E espero vocês aí. Muito obrigada aí, de novo. Nos vemos, então. Sim, como assim já? Já foi 1h40, cara. Eu não tô aguentando. Minha garganta tá pedindo arrego. Eu gravei muito hoje. Trabalhei um monte hoje. Mas vai dar bom. Semana que vem tô por aí. Bora. Beleza? Faltam mais 3 horas. Que é isso? Cara, juízo pra vocês aí. Se cuidem direitinho, bebam água. E um beijo. Obrigada. Bom descanso pra vocês também. Curtam o feriado aí, quem for festejar na quinta ou na sexta. Bom Corpus Christi aí pra vocês. E até a próxima. Tchauzinho.